Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Red. I got videos today from Riva TV. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. Let's get that. Ciao. Ciao time.
I'm getting kicked out of my apartment because Secret Admirer put a fraudulent charge on the rent. So I talked to him about resolutions. I said, I'll give you back every gift you have given me. I'm talking to the owner about reversing the payment for the rent that you've been paying my rent for.
Reversing the payment on the rent?
But no, he says that he wants to proceed with Dallas PD.
What's up, guys? It's your girl
dicey.
Riva, and I'm back again with another video.
Hey,
so
girl.
I actually saw this video when I was scrolling through the wonderful world of TikTok, and I was like, there's no way I'm not going to have this conversation. So I'm just going to go ahead and press play. Then I'm going to press pause and play and give you guys my thoughts, my feelings, my opinion on this entire situation.
I'm getting kicked out of my apartment because Secret Admirer put a fraudulent charge on the rent. So now I have to figure out how to do this, and I just been talking to the apartment owner, trying to figure out what we can do. I've never touched his card before, and he's making me feel like I'm an evil person because I found out that he was married and he had a daughter my age. So I guess in his heart he thinks that the best thing to do is to get me kicked out and report me to Dallas PD because of this.
Okay, so it sounds like you had a sugar daddy scenario and then you broke up with him or something, and then now he wants all of his stuff back of kicking you out. Seems normal so far.
I had to rub my knee on that one. I had to rub my knee. Okay, let's start. Let's just start for starters, right? She's addressing her audience as Secret Admirer, which means
that's what it is. Okay, I was confused why she said that.
That this is somebody that she obviously was dealing with, had some kind of situation with, and she was bragging about it to the people who watch her on her TikTok.
Got it.
And so now she's bringing him back up in a negative light and explaining the fact that I guess, I don't know if the situation is that his wife found out. She's saying that she found out he was married. But, you know, normally if you are dealing with a guy and he is paying your bills, right, especially such an expensive bill like your rent, and you find out that he is in another situation, more times than not, that guy is not going to seek any sort of kind of retaliation against you because you guys don't really have a problem. He might try to up and pay another bill. You know, he might try to add something to the collection of bills. But normally, he's not going to be the person that has the issue.
Yeah.
What this story actually sounds like to me is that maybe she found out, right, which is the woman who he's possibly married to.
Correct.
And he is trying to do damage control by saying, no, babe, I don't know what this charge is. I've never seen this place before. You know, I don't even understand why, you know, this came out of the bank account. And so, you know what? You're right. It's fraud. And he's having to follow through. What's interesting to me is what I'm finding is that she's trying to contact the apartment owners to figure out what they could do. Well, how is it that you have no means, or the money that you would have paid for your own rent, how come that is not still readily available for you, even though you're dealing with this person? So does that mean that you were unable to pay your own bills in general?
Most likely, girl. I'm sure it was just a sugar daddy scenario, Riva, where she just lived off the man thinking that that's what men are supposed to do, take care of them.
Because that don't make no sense.
It really doesn't.
His card information, he physically has given that to me in text messages. But I've never touched his card. He's paid my rent for the past 2 months. But anyways, after the Puerto Rico trip, we stopped talking to each other, and he's just been trying to make my life like hell.
Oh, hold up. Time out. Flag on
Puerto
the
Rico
play.
trip.
Okay. Obviously, again, like I said, she's addressing her audience, like the Puerto Rico trip, the this, the that. So obviously they know more details about this guy, right? The quote unquote secret admirer, which I don't know how that could be a secret if y'all was in Puerto Rico together and he's been paying your bills, but that's neither
Yeah.
here nor there. But now, story comes to bump. So now you're alluding to the fact that, okay, you guys are no longer cool. He paid your bills for the last 2 months. Why would you assume, if you have not spoken to this person, that he is supposed to still be paying your bills?
Right.
That is theft. Okay? That is. You no longer have any dealings with each other. You no longer are in communication with one another, whether it's because she found out or whatever the situation is. And now you are still expecting this person to pay your bills, although you are not communicating to them. That's the level of entitlement I've never seen before.
Entitlement.
Because, again, me finding out he's married, his wife contacting me, sending me pictures of him coming at home after dropping me off in Dallas. So, I don't know why he's doing this. It's just, again, I'm like, God will have my back. But it's like,
why would God have your back? You're an adulterer. Just saying.
I feel like the devil always wins.
Now you play this
Listen,
game.
guys, let me tell you something. Let me tell you guys something, okay? And I'm being so serious with y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all ladies out there. I'm being very stern and serious with you guys. And I'm saying this with truth, honesty, but also love, okay? There's love behind all these conversations that I have. Otherwise, I would just know what I know and keep it to myself, okay? You guys have got to stop blaming outside entities for the current situation that you're in. If you and that man were dealing, okay, and you claim that you did not know anything that was going on until his wife contacted you or whatever the situation was, and you guys were not communicating with one another, he paid your rent for the last 2 months and you're expecting him to continue paying your rent, he is saying, okay, everything that came with this relationship, since it's over, we are cutting ties. That's all done.
Mm-hmm.
What seems to be so strange or out of the ordinary, or that some other forces are intervening in this situation, other than this is the reality of when a relationship is over? People say, oh, no take backs. That's not the truth. Okay. There are people who take back the things that they were offering you, the assistance that they were giving you.
Why wouldn't
again,
they?
Because you are no longer that man's responsibility.
Correct.
I hate to say it. I'm just going to be honest. What I find very interesting is that women who are in these predicaments, they always big, bad, and bold, talking about, I could do better by myself. I don't need you. I don't got to be with you. I don't got to talk to you. I didn't need you for nothing. You was just a bill payer anyway. The man stops paying the bills. or better yet, goes maybe a step further and says, I don't know this woman. This is strange. This is fraud. I don't, these last 2 months, go ahead and give it back to me because, I am no longer connected to that situation. And then they're breakdown boohoo crying.
Oh, that's what happened. I see.
Where's the strength that you had when you decided that she was done with this person who was assisting you in paying your bills?
Isn't that funny though, right? You're like, oh, you're cheating on me? Well, screw you. Girl, I'm paying all your bills. Like, either you're going to take it or you're going to have to pay your own bills.
It's better you didn't say nothing.
Right.
Okay? Obviously, if you were not able to even do it yourself, it's better you didn't even say nothing.
Correct. At least for the benefit of getting your bills paid.
When it comes to things with me, and it's like, it just doesn't make sense with me how I go through all these things. I go through all these men, and
you picked them.
It just sucks. And I tried texting him, trying to work things out, because I don't want this to be a reason that I get taken away from my daughter and that we don't have a place to stay just because he wants to be shitty and vindictive towards me.
It's not his responsibility. It's not his responsibility. You say that you have proof or messages that this man provided you with his card number. Okay. Do you have also messages that this man stated that he had no problem paying your rent? Because all that stuff matters. It can't just be he said, she said, verbally, we had a conversation. Because this man is standing bold face saying, I don't know this woman. This never happened. I don't agree with this. I'm not connected to the situation. I don't agree with her paying her rent with my money. That's what this man is saying.
I see. This man is also a bit shady on his end too. I'm not saying he's not. If he was just like gave her 2 months and then just like, oh, I never know her and just took it back, that's some fuckery for sure.
He's allowed to take it back. I'm sorry. I'm just keeping it real.
Is it? I mean, fuck, now I gotta rethink about it. Riva's saying it's allowed. Should it be allowed? If I already paid like 2 months and then she used it for another month, then yes. Oh, wait. I'm confused by this. Is she just stole his credit card and then used it to pay for the last 2 months and then just kept trying to use it? Is that what's going on? Or did this man say he was going to pay her rent and then paid rent for 2 months and then now it's on the third month and then he wants to take it back? Right? If it's the latter, then I think it's fuckery. But it's the other way, then I'm like, oh, okay, he's within the right.
Real. And this is why it's so vital and important that while these other women are out here with their hands open talking about gimme all you got, they need to be sure that they are also providing for themselves. You're asking somebody to provide for you in a way that you cannot do for yourself is foolishness. You're not married to this man.
Yep.
Y'all are dealing. Y'all are in a relationship. You said secret admirer. So that sounds like a situationship. That don't even sound like a boyfriend. And you are holding this man to a standard of a husband that you and your child are this man's responsibility. Obviously, this is not that child's father. If you was calling him secret admirer, you would have said baby daddy. And now he's a horrible person for taking back the resources that he gave you when you were also giving him something in return. Yep. Okay, you're not giving me anything in return. I'm taking back my resources. Now he's the worst person in the world. He wasn't bad when he was helping you. And then ironically, you heard what she said. She was trying to call him to work things back out. You should never say nothing. Okay? If you could not do bad all by...
Women don't know how to play the game properly, right? These mistresses types don't know how to play the game properly that mistresses played back in the day. They shut the hell up and just got the resources and got the lifestyle they wanted. They might not have gotten him, but they got the lifestyle and the resources they wanted. They didn't say anything because they knew. They knew if they said something, it ends. This is so stupid that women think that they can be so entitled to be a side chick and still have the leverage of the wife.
By yourself, you shouldn't have said nothing. If you're saying something you must have in mind, okay, this is what the situation is. These are the possibilities. Knowing that these are the possibilities of him and I no longer being together, let me make sure I have all these things sorted out. Mm-hmm. She ain't do that.
Nope.
She went cold turkey, not talking to the man. He probably was calling her, trying to have communication. She didn't want to talk. He like, all right, cool.
But yeah, that's what I'm going through right now. I'm going through a eviction because of him.
Because of him?
And yeah, I talked.
You would have gotten evicted 2 months ago without him.
To him about resolutions. I said, I'll give you back every gift you have given me. I'm talking to the owner about reversing the payment for the rent that you've been paying my rent for.
She's talking to this man for resolution. I'll give you back everything else if you can just keep paying those 2 months rent. I have a question. What was your situation like prior to dating this man? Because you was on vacation in Puerto Rico. So I'm a little confused. What were your finances like with you and your child without this man in the picture?
Riva, I'm gonna say it. She was just a broke, dusty, musty, crusty.
Because if you are able to communicate with your landlord, there should be something that you can work it out. You should have something in the reserve. All right, listen, I got a job. I'm getting paid. I don't have this much, but I got this much. What can we do? Because this was the situation. Now this is the situation. Something not adding up.
It doesn't.
But no, he says that he wants to proceed with Dallas PD and he just wants to make my life like hell. This is why I don't like talking to men, or this is why I don't like being in a relationship. It's just.
But you, from the sounds of it, honey, you weren't in a relationship.
Nope.
You called him secret admirer.
Secret admirer.
And it sounded like y'all was just hanging out.
Yep.
Okay, that's what it sounds like to me.
And you were getting benefits of resources.
Another thing that's extremely strange to me is that the fact that this man told you verbally or through text message, whatever, that he wants to continue with Dallas PD, it's sounding like you possibly did not have the authority to pay your rent with his card.
Yeah. That's where
what it
I'm
sounds
thinking.
Like. It sounds like maybe he gave you the card for other things, but he never said, okay, you can go ahead and use this to pay 2 months rent. That's what it's sounding like.
Okay. That's where I thought it was originally, but then when Riva was kind of going through it, I thought I misunderstood it. But I that's how I see it.
Because I don't know. Again, especially a man who was dealing with a woman and stuff can be traced back. And also there's text message threads and information out there in the world of information. I don't believe that this man would be going this hard against this situation unless he truly did not give you authorization to use his card.
Yeah, I agree because of him. You're a sneaky link. Why would he want you to expose him and stuff? So I agree with Riva on this one.
Again, I don't know why the devil always wins when it comes with me.
Because you're the devil.
I don't know why.
You always choose.
Like this always happened. But yeah, that's what I'm going through right now. I hope you are having an even better day than me. And take care.
I'm just confused. Like I said, what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to watch this story a little closely because this not really adding up to me. There's a lot of holes missing in the story. She did talk about the fact that, it's her and her daughter and that situation. Like, what was the situation prior to this man? Because if it's only 2 months, I'm a little bit confused. Now, I don't know if she's facing eviction because of the, alleged fraud or theft or whatever the situation is. And so they like, okay, you was using somebody other stuff to pay your rent. You got to go because we can't trust you. That could be a possibility. I'm not sure. But again, in the era of, teaching all these women to go for the bag and find you a hypergamous relationship, whether, they with you or not, whether you attracted to them or not, just so they can pay all your bills, that's backfiring on y'all. Okay, I'm seeing it constantly happen on a consistent basis of that not really going as how you guys was thinking it was going to go.
Well, because the man can pull the rug under you whenever he wants. It's his resources. You're not attached in any way. You're not really truly building anything with this man. You're just a sneaky link majority of the time. At least the way a lot of these women are going about it. If they're actually going about it genuinely trying to build connections with these men, I'm sure they're more than willing to share their resources. But if you're going about it this way, yeah, they'll share it, but they're also under obligation to do anything else other than, give you this and receive what they want.
I'm just keeping it real. You offering to give him all the gifts he ever got you back. Why you don't take them to the pawn store, the pawn shop, or sell them on somewhere and try to pay your rent?
Yeah.
I don't. This not adding up. I'd like to know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts.
It's what Kevin Samuels always said, The Godfather. Winter is coming, and winter's here. Winter's been here for about probably almost a year now. Women are feeling the cold, hard nature of the streets. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that, and I'll catch you next time.